is up, second cousins, Orlando Magic fans? Welcome in. The Orlando Magic defeat those pesky Wasps, those Hornets, 111-104. And boy, oh boy, hasn't it been a while since we were here, you and I, conversing, talking, having a jovial time with Magic back-to-back wins. I looked it up. I had to go back. I said, when was the last time we got back-to-back wins? And I said, oh, there it is in February. But then you look a little closer, and it's around the All-Star break. So it was February 12th and then February 20th. And so, I don't know. That doesn't really feel like quite the back-to-back that we're talking about tonight. And so if you're really talking true back-to-back wins, you have to go back to December 21st and December 23rd. Yes! Time traveling all the way back to 2024, ladies and gentlemen. And now it is 2025, and soon myself and Peach will be joining you down in beautiful, sunny Florida, baby, for the third annual Family Reunion Court Cousins Night this Saturday, against the Sacramento Kings. Make sure you get your tickets through the link in the description. We're going to be meeting up before. We have tons of giveaways to do, and it's just going to be a fantastic damn time. I hope to see you all there. Get your tickets right now. Wow. Well, just another masterclass from our two big stars. Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner had a really big game, but where I feel like last game Franz really stood out, this was kind of Paolo's turn. 32, 7, and 6. He was consistent through pretty much every quarter except the third when we all just decided to suck it up. But yeah, his last five, not including tonight, 31.6 points, 8.4 boards, 4.2 assists. That's that all NBA level that we were seeing at the beginning of the year. And really, if you look in the past 10 games, he's been on that. He's really been stepping up his game now as we're going into the play-in/playoff, and teams are not going to want to see this version of Paolo Banchero. Franz Wagner, another really good game from him. He had 26, right? Our two big guys. That's last night against the Lakers. I think they combined for 63. Tonight they combined for maths 58. Still damn good from Franz Wagner. He got to the line 10 times. Love to see it from Franz. 9 of 10 from the line, baby. Let's go. Didn't have as good a night from beyond the arc, 1 of 6, but he hit a big one in the fourth, and that was fantastic. 8 boards, 4 assists for Franz Wagner. Just continuing to be a guy. He really got the ball moving in the fourth after it was a little bit of lazy offense in the third. Right? It got ugly. I kind of got a little distracted. I was playing with this new water pump that I'm messing with for my aquaponics setup, and then I'm like, wait, oh shit, this how the fuck it's tied now? Like, what? We were kind of in command in the first half, and then what happened? We just went cold in the third. I don't know if I have it right here. Let me see if I have this. Is this the third quarter? No, that's the fourth quarter. Third quarter right here. Man. 2 points from Franz, 3 points from Paolo, 2 from Corey Joseph. Anthony Black had a decent third quarter. Thank you, Anthony Black. 7 points, and we're going to talk about him right now. Let's talk about him right now. Because in lieu of Jalen Suggs and Moritz Wagner, who were our other consistent scorers, this team has really been lacking just a third option. Just anybody. Please, anybody. Anybody out there. Paolo and Franz just having to shoulder the load night after night. It looks like they didn't even trust to pass to guys for certain periods of this season. And the frustration was mounting. But lately, we've seen what we're all hoping to see from Anthony Black. Yeah, he didn't shoot 3 of 4 from beyond the arc tonight. But he has 20 points, 5 boards, a steal, 2 blocks. Felt like more than that. He was pesky on the defensive side, as he always was. In his last 4, he's had a 17-point game, a 13-point game, a 7-point game, and a 17-point game. Add that to tonight's 20-point game. That's a pretty good last 5 for the 20-year-olds. Is he 20? Is he 20, 21? That's pretty damn good. And that's the consistency that we're hoping to see from the number 6 overall pick just a couple years ago. But again, like, the guy can just start to buy a drink, I think. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like what we're seeing out of Anthony Black, everybody. Hopefully that consistency continues because, again, we need a guy to step up. We need to have this big 3 of Paolo, Franz, and Anthony Black coalesce here moving into the playing games and into the playoffs if we've got any chance of making any type of noise. And who knows, an injury here or there and a little bit of luck. And, it's been a tough season. It definitely has. I was talking to my boy Raph earlier today. He's not going to be able to make Court Cousins night, but he wanted to catch up and talk. And he's, frustrated. Hasn't even really wanted to watch the team at stretches. And I feel the same way, man. There's definitely been some periods where I've valued sleep over watching these games, but it's starting to look a little bit better lately. I don't know if that's just because the 3 ball has been falling a little bit more consistently. Tonight wasn't great, as good as some of the last 10 games, but 31%, that's still, like, we can win games at 31 to 35%. We can't win games when we're shooting sub 30% from beyond the arc, and it doesn't become a fun product because there's just no spacing, and as Raph said, the blueprint is out on how to defend this team. Just clog the paint, challenge us to shoot. So we have been shooting pretty good, but we do need this big 3 to coalesce. And Anthony Black, maybe he can be that guy for us. Maybe he can be that guy. These 3 certainly were it in the fourth. In the fourth quarter tonight, we had Paulo with 11 points, Franz with 10 points, Anthony Black with 7 points. Nobody else scored. No one else scored. But that's okay, right? When it comes down to winning time, that's not irregular for teams to have their guy that they go to in the clutch. And we've got a few guys, it seems. We got a couple, definitely in Franz and Paulo. And if Anthony Black's stepping up, I think that's all you need to close out games, right? But there were some other really good contributions that I do want to shout out. Gary Harris has been much maligned, deservedly so, because, he got a contract this offseason, was kind of injured, oft injured, as has been the story with Gary Harris. But that's not on him. Like, he didn't decide the contract that was given to him. That was the front office's decision. But, again, much maligned. Kenny goes out after getting an elbow to the face in LaMelo, where he's like, what? What'd I do? Dude, it's Kenny. He's the Iron Man, and he's going out of the game, LaMelo. All right? This is not Luka over here. Oh, my God, what happened? Okay, he hit him in the face. Potentially, I was like, is he concussed? Didn't come back to the game. So we saw a lot more Gary Harris. He got 29 minutes tonight. The stat line doesn't pop, 6 points. But, those points were from beyond the arc, 2 of 4. So he's stretching the floor a little bit, gave some really nice stuff on defense, had 5 boards, 5 assists. And that's the type of veteran stuff we need from guys on the bench. We need that from Gary Harris. We need that type of input from Corey Joseph. Just those Wile E. Coyote minutes where they come in and they get under someone's skin, get a steal here and there. How many steals did Gary have? Because he definitely was getting in people's shorts. 2 steals, yes. So +8 for him on the night. We need that from Gary Harris. We need 2 of 4 from beyond the arc from Gary Harris. That would be awesome. All right. Okay, I'm just going to take a little bit of a tangent step here. LaMelo Ball. What do we think, ladies and gentlemen? What do we think, Magic fans? I mean, I'm not going to talk about any more some of my frustrations with the roster construction, but I am going to look forward a little bit to the offseason and just add some queries to the Magic universe. What's the move that's going to be made? I think based on how Weltman looked in that 40-point drubbing of to the Cleveland Cavaliers, he knows some things need to change. We need some more playmaking. We need a point guard to run the – look what Corey Joseph is doing. This man is in his 40s. Like, he is still – and he's making a big difference just setting up the team basically. So imagine what would happen if we had a young, dynamic point guard who could do that and add some scoring. All right? And so who's that guy going to be? We've talked in previous reactions about Trae Young. We'll talk about the Hawks in just a moment. Is that a guy? Eric's dream is Devin Booker. I don't know if he really a point guard, but he can make things happen off the dribble for sure. I know a lot of you out there are for Anthony Simons. Is LaMelo Ball a realistic target? I mean, I don't know if the Hornets would really be willing to give him up. For me, no thanks. No thanks. Another oft-injured player, just too prima donna for me. I mean, Hornets fans, if you're watching, which you're probably not because your season is in shambles yet again, it feels like. Oh man, I have so much sympathy for Hornets fans. Jesus, it's been tough at times. There have been eras of Magic fandom where it's been hard, but like, when was the last time the Hornets did anything and then sustained it? I can't remember. I mean, I think Clifford got them to the playoffs. I don't know, 5-6 years ago. The LaMelo teams got bounced from the play-in a couple years in a row, I remember a few years ago. And that's it? Oof. It has been tough, man. They have not had any really good team construction. They've probably needed to tear it down a little bit harder in some of these years when LaMelo got injured and just didn't. And now they've got kind of this island of misfit toys. They've got, oh my God, the big center who I can't remember his name now. They've got all types of weird dudes, but they have some good young pieces. Brandon Miller's out. LaMelo Ball's there. Nick Richards had a pretty nice game. Mark Williams, the center, he's doing some things. But I don't know. Do you really believe in any of those pieces? I think I believe in Brandon Miller more than I believe in LaMelo Ball. So I don't want LaMelo Ball anywhere near our Orlando Magic, but maybe you think otherwise, and you can let me know in the comments, Second Cousins. Okay, just one couple more points here, and then we'll get out of here. Caleb Houston. I mean, last video I was here talking to you, Second Cousins, saying, where the heck is Jet Howard? And that point still stands. It's a little concerning that our number 11 pick from just a year ago can't seem to make it on the floor. But hey, let me give this man his flowers. Okay? Caleb Houston, 23 minutes, 12 points, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. That's what we want from this man. That's what we want from him. I think he hit, 2 in a row, almost 3 in a row? Man, the bench would have gone crazy if he would have hit that third one. That would have been awesome. But he looks like he's shooting the ball with confidence. And you know what? I'm not going to ruminate on why the heck isn't our number 11 overall pick playing. I would like him to be playing. But as we're going into the playoffs, just give me anyone that can shoot the damn ball. And if that's going to be Caleb Houston, fine. I'd prefer it was Jet Howard because we got to know what's going on there. Is this guy going to be moving with the team moving forward? But sorry, this is about Caleb Houston. Nice job, Caleb. Played some solid positional defense. Really well done. Really well done. I know why Coach Mosley likes him. Smart guy, plays hard, kind of lunch pail dude, no ego, right? Halftime interview as he's going into the locker room. I'm just playing Magic basketball. Just trying to play off Paulo and Franz. Just doing my thing. Yes. More of this, please. More of this, please. If we can get more games like this from Gary and Caleb, some of these role players coming in off the bench that can shoot some threes, that's what we need, man. That's what we've been missing all year long. And are these guys beginning to play to the back of their baseball card? Maybe. Maybe things are finally turning around and we're going to see a little bit better shooting as we get to the end of the season. And we are getting to the end of the season, ladies and gentlemen. Just 9 games left. Just 9 games left. And these games now have some juice. I know the expectations for this season are already out the window. We expected, based on the team's expectations, 4th seed. That was the goal. That was the goal. to have home court advantage in the playoffs. We saw how big of a deal it was last year, and that's what the expectation was. I forget what Vegas's line for us was in terms of wins. I think it might have been 45, 44, 45. I bet the over. That money gone. That money gone. But these are still important games. 9 games left. We got a game Thursday. Little homestand right here. Game Thursday, then Court Cousins family reunion Saturday. Hope to see you there. Get your ticket in the link below. And then Peach and I will also go to the game on Monday against the Clippers. Big 9 games. After that, we get the Spurs, who are sliding right now without Wemby, without De'Aaron Fox, the Wizards, the Hawks twice, the Celtics, and the Pacers. So let's talk about this. We're a half game. I think as of right now, let me see. The Hawks were playing the Rockets, and last I checked, they were getting drubbed. Oh, not really a drubbing anymore. 98-90. They were losing by like 20. 8 minutes left in the fourth. Come on, Rockets. Because I think if the Rockets win, then we're just a half game back of the Atlanta Hawks with 2 games left against them in these 9. And we just talked about how the team wanted home court advantage through the playoffs. Well, that's out the window. But if you really want to get into these playoffs and have a puncher's chance of getting in, you definitely want home court advantage for the playing games. So, especially some of these teams, like they've been playing hot, man. Kobe White, Vooch, Giddey, these dudes have been doing well with the Bulls. Don't want to sleep on them. You really want to like risk it with Trae Young getting hot? Not me. So I think we need every advantage we can in these playing games. Home court advantage is big. I think that would be really, really important and helpful to this team because then you get 2 games at home. You got to lose 2 in a row at home to not get in. I feel like we'll win at least one of those, right? So these are big games. These are big games. The guys got to win them. Home court is going to be key, and we've got some momentum going, right? 2 in a row here. What are we? We're now 3-2 in our last 5, something like that. Let's see here. Yep, 1, 2, 2-0, 3-0 in our last 3. Holy shit! Then we lost to the Rockets. 3-1, 4-1, 4-2. Yeah, we're doing well. All right, these last 5, 6, we're doing well. So we got to keep this momentum up. Let's stay hot moving into the playoffs. Hey, it's getting fun to watch this basketball team again, isn't it, Second Cousins? Come on now. Let's get back on board just in time to cheer these young men on as we head to the home stretch. Hope to see you again down in Orlando this Saturday. Peace out, everybody. It's been real. Until next time.